Ooh, I could safely say if you have a too long didn't read, this video would just go one way and one way only, pretty much. But I'm just going to come out and say it. Resident Evil Requiem absolutely slaps. If you look at the thumbnail, you know it also does something else. But I enjoyed my time with Resident Evil Requiem so much. You keep saying it over and over again, though, it becomes a little bit of a tongue twister. Where do I even really begin? I'm not a huge Resident Evil nut where I'm like deep into the lore of every single game. I've played my fair share of the games. I've played Resident Evil 2, 4, 5, 6. I've played through most of 7, and then I teetered off with 8. I never actually picked up 8. I want to go back and play it. Thankfully, it's not really connected to this one at the moment. I know Chris Redfield's somewhat entertained within 7 and 8, but I don't really know everything about what's going on with the story whole entirely. But I do remember Raccoon City. I remember Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4. It's like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 had a baby when you play Resident Evil 9 Requiem. It's that good to me. New favorite Resident Evil character, not my most favorite, but one of my top 3, Grace Ashcroft. The female that you play in this game, her actor was amazing. It's been said by everybody, but her performance is fucking awesome. She just plays like this FBI data analyst, and she has a stutter and anxiety and all these things. And so your whole segments with her, you're either playing in third person or first person. You can choose. They want you to do it in first person. And I played a lot of it in first person, switched between, because they have just really cool animations no matter what. I played all of the Leon segments in first person, though. Not first person, third person. Oh my God. Because, he's Leon and he's ridiculous. I don't want to go all over the place on this, but I'm going to be. Now, I won't try and spoil anything for you guys. I don't want to spoil anything because the story is really good and the lore is actually connected within other games. It's not like some of the Resident Evils where you could just kind of play it by itself and forget about any connection of lore. But Capcom's really trying here again. They're really in their bag, to be honest with you. This is easily might be one of my top 3 favorite Resident Evil games. It's like I go Resident Evil 4, 2, and now it might be Requiem. It's that good to me. It's really good. We're eating good. Thank you, Capcom. I didn't even think I was going to get this game at first, and then I was just like, the night before it came out, I was seeing all the reviews. Everybody was saying stuff. People who had previews that I actually care about their opinions were essentially saying this is going to be an amazing game, and then I had to play it. And it took me about a week to beat it just because I had, have a life. I had to go to work. But then I finally, on my first day off, when I had a day off to actually fully sink my teeth into it, I played the game for like 7 hours straight and fully beat it. And it does have 2 endings. There's definitely one clear canon ending. One of the endings just kind of suck, so I'm not going to lie. And then, honestly, boss fights aren't crazy. They're not even that memorable in this game. But the atmosphere and everything else and the journey to get to the point of the end of this game is where it's awesome, because you're playing as Grace Ashcroft and then you're playing as Leon Kennedy. They basically share the same amount of time. Maybe Grace's segments, at least for me personally, were longer because Grace's segments were at least like pretty scary. I'm not too desensitized to horror games. I don't play them often enough. I'm sure if I just played like a bunch of the Resident Evils back to back to back, I wouldn't have been as scared. It wasn't completely scary, but I mean, I'm a little bitch when it comes to these games. Obviously, if you're good at Resident Evil and you can manage your inventory and you can manage what's going on, I cleared out a lot of the stuff as Grace, even though clearly you're supposed to do some of it as Leon. Um, but it was fun anyways. There's this whole first segment where you're in this hospital and it just feels like Resident Evil 2, but better. Like, I don't have Nemesis looking for me or anything like in Resident Evil 3, or nobody's hunting me down entirely. They have their own characters, but it's so good. Honestly, it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's because of the times and everything, but it just felt like there couldn't be a reason to enjoy a new video game connected to a franchise. But sometimes, they hit, sometimes they miss. Capcom messed up earlier last year, or maybe it's been over a year now, right? With Monster Hunter, uh, their latest Monster Hunter title. I'm not huge into Monster Hunter, but I know it was Capcom who published and made it, and they made it with their RE engine, and shit was not looking right. But for them to come around with Requiem and their Requiem development team, or their Resident Evil development team in general, seems to be hitting on all cylinders, and I cannot be any more excited for what I'm assuming is the Resident Evil 5 remake. That should come out next, and then whatever Resident Evil 10 will be. Like, I'm excited for these games. I hope Resident Evil 5, they try to get some type of balance with some more horror while still leaning into this action, because Requiem moments with Leon Kennedy are honestly, some of them get close to Resident Evil 6. And I know what people are saying. They would think, oh my god, did he just say Resident Evil 6? Yes, I did. But, like, they did it better. They figured out how to actually execute on a lot of the things that they wanted to. And Leon in this game is just freaking sick. He works so freaking well. It's not even funny. It's really a tale of two halves, where you have this, like, Outlast level, Silent Hill-ish horror game with Grace, and you're solving puzzles, and then you're Leon. You're still solving shit. You have to figure out some stuff. Not nearly as bad, and you're killing hordes. Not like there's not running, hordes of zombies. You're killing hundreds of enemies as Leon, pretty much, right? And it feels so good. The way you upgrade weapons, everything that the game does, it's good. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into the technicalities of it. I don't want to spoil a bunch of it. All I could do is really just recommend it. And I mean, I highly recommend Resident Evil Requiem. You guys should go play it. It's really good. I also wanted to say thank you at the end of this video if you made it this far in the video, and also so I can make it like 7 minutes long just because I'm OCD. But I wanted to just make a few things. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with this channel whole entirely, if I'm going to be doing these types of videos all the time with every game that I play and beat now. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have to talk about GTA 4 one more time, because I did beat that earlier this year too. But I'm kind of slowing down with how many games I'm playing, but I'm also not going to record the games I'm playing anymore. But I still want to talk about them, because the last year with this channel through 2025, I pretty much played through a shit ton of games in 2025. I was trying to replay some games for recording purposes, because I wanted to do Let's Plays, but not fully with my voice all the time. It was just stuff that I want to record for myself, and I ended up getting burnt out. Whomp whomp again. But this is the time when I posted like 360 plus videos, only recording for half the year 2025, and I'm still pretty proud of that. But yeah, so I wanted to change it up, and this is just what I'm going to do from now on. It's going to be random videos. I will at least post once a month, and I'm sure I'll post more than once a month, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, thanks for watching again.